This tough gravel pass is located entirely within the Grootwater Nature Reserve near Lephalale in the Limpopo province, but it is a public road and no restrictions have been applied. It's very long at 18 kilometers and quite difficult and could take between 45 and 90 minutes to traverse, depending on your vehicle and your level of experience. It would probably be possible to travel the route in a high-clearance vehicle from east to west, but the opposite direction would require the use of a 4x4. The pass has gained something of a reputation as a bike killer, and adventure motorcyclists are advised to apply extreme caution and common sense if they attempt this route. Avoid this pass entirely in wet weather. The small town of Lephalale is located in the northwestern corner of Limpopo province, close to the Botswana border. The original name of the town, which was Ellis Ross, was derived from a combination of the surnames of Patrick Ellis and Piet Erasmus, who settled on the farm Waterkloof in the 1930s. Like so many other towns in this part of South Africa, the name was changed to Lephalale in 2002 after the primary river which bisects the municipality. Lephalale is Setswana, which means to flow. We filmed this pass from east to west in the descending mode. From the start point, the road runs arrow straight in a directly westerly heading for 1.5 kilometers. The road is wide and well maintained at this point, although some corrugations will be experienced. Bikers should be aware of occasional soft sand patches, so choose your riding line carefully. Entrance gates to various game farms and lodges appear periodically through the low scrub vegetation all along this stretch. At the end of the straight, the road curves gently to the right through a long arc, then straightens up once more for another 450 meters. At this point, suddenly and without warning, the wide road ends and degenerates into a track. An entrance gate into a game farm on the left marks the spot, which has been the downfall of many an adventure biker, and there's a huge patch of very soft sand which will catch you unawares if you're not prepared for it. The track continues in a fairly straight line for another 1.2 kilometers. Straight, however, is a relative term, as you will be forced to weave your way around various obstacles, including rocks, holes, dongas, and soft sand patches. The game fencing on the left-hand side looks a little strange, as it's higher than normal and strongly reinforced. This is because the primary animal occupants of this farm are lions. Keep an eye out for them, but don't forget to concentrate on the road as well. After the initial bad section, the road improves a little, but you'll still need to drive carefully. At the 3.5 kilometer mark, entrance gates to game farms on either side of the road signal the start of a very gentle bend to the left. The road surface improves considerably and changes to a red clay, which is hard and firm when dry, but a cloying nightmare when wet. As is the case with all gravel roads in South Africa, we recommend tire deflation to around about 1.4 bar. This will improve traction as well as safety and also provide a more comfortable drive. At this point, the road curves slightly to the right and begins to descend quite sharply. The vegetation closes in, the road surface degenerates considerably, and you'll be forced to slow down to almost a crawl as you negotiate this next section. Choose your driving line very carefully, as even vehicles with high clearance will bottom out at various places. Sharp rocks litter the surface, and the probability of a puncture increases dramatically. It would be a good idea to tackle this pass with at least 2 spare wheels at your disposal. In the 1940s, coal was discovered in the area, but it took until 1975 before mining operations began with the establishment of the Grootgeluk coal mine. The Waterberg coalfield has an estimated yield of 75 billion tons, which represents about 40% of South Africa's remaining reserves. However, only a relatively small part of this resource is shallow enough to be accessed by open-pit mining. Grootgeluk is the largest open-cast mine of its kind in the world and produces more than 17 million tons of coal per annum. 2 major power stations have been constructed in the vicinity, the Matimba in 1989 and Medupi, which is scheduled to come fully online in 2018. Besides mining and power, other economic activities in the area include livestock farming and agriculture. In recent times, game farming has replaced cattle farming. Be sure to watch parts 2 and 3 of the Witkop Pass.